Hello, everybody. Hi, intuitive viewers. How is everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing well. It is Saturday. I thought I got my Moderna shot this week, and it laid me out for a few days. So, well, it was a couple days, and then I had kind of dizziness off and on. So, but yesterday I started to feel a lot better, and then today I feel pretty normal. So, but I'm vaccinated, so that's good. That's good. So I want to give you just a couple of things, and we have a lot to get to. Because I haven't been reading this week, so we have a lot of things to read on this week. And so I wanted to tell you just a couple of things. One is that we have a intuitive viewer named Chiara, part of our community, and she is putting together a Facebook women's group to talk about spirituality and kind of get a community there built. So I'll have the link below and you can check that out. And she's also looking for somebody to help her with social media marketing. So if you're interested in that, if that's something you like to do or you're passionate about, again, I'll put the link below and you can get in touch with her. Okay. The other thing I want to tell you is that there was a place called Foster Parrot in New England. It had a devastating fire. 100, I think over 100 exotic birds were killed. And so they're doing a GoFundMe. So if you want to look at that and see if it's like something you'd like to give to, I know I'll give to it for the channel. I will announce the other things we'll be giving to. I'll announce it next week. But if you'd like to do that, I'll put that below as well. The last thing is that, Debbie from Freebird Spirit and I have been doing this class. It's an intuitive circle, and we've been doing it every week for 6 weeks, and we're kind of in the middle of it. We'll be winding down in a couple weeks, but it's once a week, every week for 6 weeks. And we do exercises together. It's all about, building your intuitive skills. So we do all the clairs and do exercises and activities, and we do discussions, and we get to answer questions. It's been so much fun. I have enjoyed it so much. It's been so nice to be able to see people's faces, to know who they are, be able to chat every week. It's very free flowing. It's a lot of fun. And I just love hearing everybody's experiences and opinions and questions. And it's just been so fun to interact in this way. We weren't sure, we put it together and it's by Zoom. So we didn't know what was going to happen, and it's just been the best experience. So we've had a great time doing it. And I was talking to her this week and said, I was so sad that I did not get to even offer it to the Intuitiview community, because when we talked about it the first night, I was on her channel and it filled up that night. We had no idea people would be interested in that quickly, that it would fill up. So I didn't even get to offer it to our own community. So I did put on the community page, but not everybody's on that. So it is on the community page. You can go read about it. We're going to be doing it again to offer it to people on this channel. So if you think, now you're not signing up for anything. All I want you to do is, if you think you'd be interested, you can read about it on the community page. But if you want to be notified when we start to do signups for the classes, if you want to be notified, send me an email that just says either in the description, interested, or intuitive circle, and you don't have to put anything in the content. Just put in the description, and I'll just move it over to that you'd like to be notified when we start doing signups. And then you can decide at that time. But if you are definitely interested in being notified, send me an email and let me know. That way, I just want to make sure that we just get to the people that are interested in doing it. I don't want to bug everybody about it if they're not interested. So if you think you'd be interested in spending 6 weeks with us and learning all about this stuff and talking about all these things and it's sure been a lot of fun. And I was sad not to be able to offer it to our own community because it's been so much fun for me to be able to see people's faces, put a name with a face, know who they are, have discussions. It's just been really so fun. So anyway, if you're interested in that, just send me an email at intuitiview@gmail.com. And the description, just put either intuitive circle or interested, something like that, and I'll move it to its own folder. And then when we're ready, in the next few weeks, we'll send out a thing, and you can sign up if you want. Okay, all right, that's done. Let's get to the reading. Okay, so I'm going to read on Matt Gaetz first because his story is out of control, and I want to see where this is going. So we're going to look at that. So let me look at that real quick. And then I got something about Putin, which is really interesting. I'll tell you that in a bit. But so Matt Gaetz, let me look at that. I feel like that guy is just like spilling his guts. I mean, I really feel like he's like telling them everything. And I feel like he's telling them, it's like where things are, where stuff is, where to find things. I'm getting chills too. I feel like there's recordings, something with recordings as well, something recorded, texts, but I feel like there's recorded something. And I feel like he could be indicted pretty soon. I feel like this is coming to a head. I feel like it's coming to a head. He's very worried. And I feel like a lot of different people are giving him a lot of different advice. He doesn't know, he's not quite sure what exactly to do, but I feel like he's starting to put like a team together. It's weird though, because it doesn't feel like a lawyer team. It feels kind of more like a PR team, like a to rescue his reputation, that kind of thing. So we might see more of that. But he's very worried. He's very worried. And I feel like, of course, I don't follow these people. I feel like he's like trying to get as much money together. I feel like he feels like this is going to be devastating financially. So he's trying to get a lot of money together. Anyway, that's what I'm feeling with him. But it feels very, very anxiety, a lot of anxiety there. So, and I feel like that remember we talked about before the whole thing about with the drugs and everything came out, and we talked about how he has a lot of addictions. So I feel like that's going to be another theme that comes out either in the trial or around the trial, or to make him seem more sympathetic, or there's something about that, because that keeps coming up as well. Addictions. So so that's what I want to talk. Okay, so anyway, that's what I'm getting on him. It feels like it's ready to kind of come to some sort of indictment soon. Okay, so I want to look at the Chauvin trial, because I kept getting something yesterday about one juror. I kept getting that, and I felt like it was a male, or it's a very masculine female, but I feel like it's male. I feel like they have something to do or have some kind of connection with the military. And I felt like they're they could be a problem. They could be a holdout of some kind. Before, I felt like he's going to be found guilty. And then all of a sudden, I guess it was yesterday morning, I felt like there's something about a juror, one juror. And it feels, I don't want to say paid. I hate to, and this is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I have no inside knowledge. I almost want to see like paid or planted or something. There's something about this person that feels a little sketchy. So I don't know what this is and why I'm picking up on it now, unless they kind of got to this person or something. I don't know, because I did not pick up on that at all before. I felt like it looked like a very, not easy, but it looked like it would be and I still feel like that. I still feel like it will be a guilty verdict, but there's something weird with this one. They keep saying one juror. So just be aware of that. Okay. And yeah, I'm getting chills right now. So yeah, there's something about one juror. So just be aware. Okay. But we'll hope and pray. I just keep praying for the jury to have clarity and to be able to see things clearly and see the truth, that kind of thing. I don't want to pray for, that he's guilty. I just don't want to have be a negative. So that's what I pray for. So if you're wondering, how should I pray for this trial? That's what I do. So I just try to keep it on a positive. That's just me, but you can do it however you want, but that's what I do. So we'll just pray for them to be able to see the truth, have clarity, and do the right thing. Okay. All right. So I want to look at the police. Because I felt like there would be some kind of, to me, it almost feels like taking pieces out of the police department. It does feel kind of like a dismantling of the police department. And it felt like they would be rearranging things and adding some things in to kind of take the police out of certain situations. So maybe like mental health things or like domestic disputes or something like that, like they take them out of certain situations. I just felt like they were trying to insert more like community. That's what it felt like. So let me just look at that real quick and see if there's anything else that comes up. But that's what it felt like to me, that they were going to make it more like mesh the community more in with the police department, rather than like the police and us, the police and the communities over here. It's like they want to make it more together. And that's what it felt like. And I feel like there's going to be like some trial runs, certain cities where they're going to try it out and see what it's like. And I feel like one of them might be Los Angeles. So we'll see. But okay, so let me look at this and just see about the police. Yeah, see, I just heard dismantling. So I feel like it's going to be, and I don't feel like it's going to be just abolished or anything like that. It just feels like they're pulling things out and rearranging it. I just heard New York too. I wonder if they're going to try it in a couple like big cities and see how it works. There's something about zero tolerance as well. Zero tolerance. And to me, this has to do with like arrest, like protocol kind of thing. But zero tolerance. So there's something about that as well. And I feel like there's going to be a couple of things passed in Congress about it almost feel like pulling your gun. Like you can't pull your gun in certain situations, or what is this? It's something like something about pulling your gun when it's not necessary, something like that. But there's something about zero tolerance. So that's interesting, right? It sounds like they're going to kind of make it more like a stricter protocol of when to use that kind of force. But I feel like they're going to get it done. They're going to do it. Okay. And I wanted to look at, okay, oh, let me tell you the Putin thing. Okay, so I got this vision of Trump trying to get in touch with Putin. And Putin was not taking his call. He's like, Trump who? I don't know any Trump. But I felt like it was Putin like not wanting to rock the boat with the new administration and just being like, leave me alone kind of thing. But it was also, I felt like it was something to do with Trump talking to him about the fact he lost his clearance, because I felt like that was something that they did that. That's unprecedented. You know, I don't know that has happened to another, I mean, maybe Nixon, I don't know, but that's happened to another president, ex-president. About Russia, about him colluding with Russia. So, or the campaign colluding with Russia. So I felt like he was scrambling to get in touch with Putin to be like, I can still offer this, or I can still do this for you, or whatever. And it was like, I don't even want to, I'm just like steering clear of this guy. The other thing I felt like was within the negotiations between Biden and Putin, the reason they didn't do everything they could do was because of Navalny. I feel like he's part of the negotiation. I feel like they're keeping that quiet for some reason, but I feel like they've said to them, this is all the stuff we could do. We're not going to do all of that. We're going to do just this to show you that we're serious. And this guy needs to come out of this situation alive, or all of this other stuff is going into we're going to put all of this stuff in place. So that's what it felt like. So I just wanted to let you know that I felt like Navalny was like inside these negotiations. And I feel like that is one of the things they're going to be talking about when they talk during the summer. They may even let him go or something, but it just felt like he's part of this. It was very, very, it came across very strongly. So, but I feel like it's not public for some reason. It's not out in the open for some reason. So that's what I wanted to let you guys know, that I picked up on. And that he was like refusing Trump's calls. It's like, yeah, I don't want to talk to this guy. But I did feel like they were going to try to somehow work with the new administration. Of course, they're going to, it's Putin, so he's going to try to do whatever little things he's going to do. But I feel like there's going to be kind of above board kind of let's work together kind of thing. And so certain things are going to be in play. And I feel like Navalny is one of them. So just letting you know that. So as I worry about him, I worry about him. So I just was relieved to see that. So that he is part of this, and that the Biden administration seems to have his back. So, okay. So the other thing I wanted to look at is the insurrection arrests. Oh, I just saw Josh Hawley. So with this, and the same thing with like Trump and some of the other things we're waiting for arrests for, I feel like they haven't gotten the everybody in place that they want in place in the Justice Department. They're still figuring things out, moving things around, and uncovering things. So I feel like it may be a little while. And of course, we want this to happen like yesterday. We were ready for this to happen a long time ago. So as soon as Biden got in, it was like, okay, let's see the arrest. Let's see the arrest. And it's like, I really feel like because these are going to be such high profile people, high profile cases, that they have to have all of their ducks in a row. And I just feel like they're trying to get everybody in place right now. And then they're still uncovering stuff. Like they still are uncovering things about Trump and what he did. And I also felt like Pompeo was going to be part of this as well. Charges, some kind of charges, because I see all these people in court. I even saw Jeff Sessions in court. So this is I feel like this is gonna go way back. But I also feel like, which may make you feel better, is that Biden is not afraid to go there. And he has instructed Merrick Garland that whatever he thinks is fine, just do it. And it's going to be a lot like what we saw with the Russia thing, where it's just going to be like, this is what happened and this is what we did. This is what happened and this is what we're doing. It's not going to be like up for debate. It's going to be so different than the Trump administration when he, put his little tweets out there and have some kind of argument about it. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be like, this is what we found and this is what we're doing. This is what we found and these are the arrests we've made. That's how it's going to be. So I just wanted to alert you to that, because I feel like it's going to be like one morning we'll just wake up and be like 6 people were arrested overnight. It'll be like that kind of thing, because as things come to light and as they dig more and more, they're just going to start arresting people. And like I said, it's going to kind of be like shock and awe. I feel like they're going to do a lot of things at once, so that there's a kind of people don't quite know what to latch on to. They're just kind of like, okay, well, this is what's happening. So that's what it feels like to me. But I do feel like this is not over by any stretch of the imagination. It's not over with the family. It's not over with Trump. The people in the administration that did horrible things, whether it was the kids on the border or whether it was profiteering or any of those kind of things. It's like, it's all coming out. So don't be discouraged is what I want to say. Don't be discouraged, because this is going somewhere. Okay. I saw Josh Hawley though, which was kind of weird. Jim Jordan, something is with him as well. Jim Jordan. Marjorie Taylor Greene comes up. There's something about communication that keeps coming up as well. Maps. I saw maps before. Remember that a long time ago, very, very beginning of this, I saw maps. Something about maps. They're just beginning, you guys. They've got this. I really feel like they are all over this. Yeah, this is gonna be something. And they're gonna they'll get the infrastructure through as well. I felt like they were going to attach as much as they could to the infrastructure. And they were just going to go for it. I just feel like this is what we're going to do. And I feel like the Biden agenda is kind of like, we're just doing it. We're just going to pass through. We're going to say, hey, you want to work with us on this? No. Okay. Well, it's going through. That's what it's going to be. And I also felt like they were going to use adding the 3 justices to kind of negotiate or something with, use it as leverage with Mitch McConnell. Like, we have this that we can do at any time. You better, whatever, work with us on this or help us with this. It felt like leverage. It felt like this could happen, or, like not a threat, but just like how you do in politics. It was kind of like leverage, like we could do this. But if you work with this on this, we won't do it right now, whatever. So anyway, that's what I was thinking. And the other funny thing, you guys, is, do you remember when I saw, now we know it was Matt Gaetz and that guy from Florida, that Greenberg, that I was in the jail cell and I was looking at two men with their backs to me, and they were on their knees with their hands up, and they had suits on. And I said, I wonder if that is, I thought it could be white collar criminals, but now I know that it's politicians. So whenever I see a guy in a suit, and I remembered that that's how I saw, what's his name? His name escapes me. The sex traffic guy that hung himself. We don't know, hung himself. Why was his name escaping me right now? Anyway, you know who it is. I saw him and that whole suicide thing in the jail cell, and he had his back to me as well. But I was kind of like, he was facing the wall. But it was like he had his back to me, and I thought, well, is it because I don't know who these people are, why their back is to me? I'm seeing the back of them. Maybe I don't know their face, so they're telling me it's someone I don't know. And what I realized is I think it has something to do with sex trafficking, or with like with something with children, like sex, like child porn or something, like it has something to do with that kind of thing, because it's like something to be ashamed of, or something that is kind of hidden in a different way. But I just thought that was interesting that they both are kind of, is with the Epstein, that's his name, Jeffrey Epstein. So with the back to me, and then the two guys, they were in suits. Jeffrey Epstein wasn't in a suit. He was just like in regular clothes. But I just thought that was interesting. And it's also showing you how even though I've been doing this for a long time, that I'm still figuring things out, and it does sometimes take things coming to fruition that you realize, oh, that's what that was, or, oh, that's what that, that's what that symbol means, but now I know that if I see someone in a suit, whether I know them or not, I know it's a politician. I know there's something about a politician. And the same thing with not facing me. I feel like there's something about like either sex trafficking, or because it was all those were like sex trafficking things, sex with minors thing. So anyway, I'm still putting it together, but that I just thought that was interesting. I thought I would just share that. Let me think if there's anything else that people had written about to look at. I don't think so. I think that was about it. I still feel like Rudy Giuliani's time is coming. I mean, all these guys, I just feel like the Department of Justice isn't quite all together yet. But it's getting there. Don't worry. And I feel like it will just be like all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. It'll be like shock and awe. Yeah. So anyway, guys, well, thanks for hanging out with me. And again, if you're interested in doing that next round of the intuitive circle with Debbie and I, just send me an email that just says interested, or yes, or whatever, just in the description. Nothing in the content, because I don't even think I'll open them. I think I'm just gonna put them to the side so I know who's interested in getting notified. And it doesn't mean you're signing up for anything. It just means I want to be notified because I think I'm interested, or I want to be notified because at that time I may be interested. So just let me know. Okay. All right, everybody, have a good one, and we will talk to you next week, I guess. All right. Bye.